Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome to TCM as 31 Days of Oscar rolls on. Today, our focus has been on Academy Award nominees and winners set in New York. So grab a dirty water hot dog and an egg cream and settle in. Up next, a surprise hit comedy starring Dudley Moore, Liza Minnelli, and quite unforgettably John Gielgud from Orion Pictures in 1981, Arthur. As the film opens, we meet Arthur Bach, phenomenally rich, blithely irresponsible, and always ready to slur his way through a clever observation. He slurs because Arthur's defining character trait is his penchant for maintenance drinking at a level best described as oil barrel sized. Here's how Arthur summarizes his own life. I race cars, I play tennis, I fondle women, but I have weekends off and I'm my own boss. The carefree playboy soon finds himself in a dilemma that occurs way more often in the movies than in life. If Arthur marries the woman he does not love, he gets to keep his vast fortune. If he pursues a woman he has genuine feelings for, he loses everything. Liza Minnelli plays the love interest in question in a rare role that involved neither song nor dance. The Oscar-nominated screenplay by Steve Gordon, who also directed, is unbelievably funny, also very much a product of its time. Today, Arthur would likely find himself at the center of some family intervention, followed by a bleak stay at a gritty rehab. But there was not much of that at the movies in 1981 when binge drinking still created some comedy gold. Dudley Moore famously summarized the rapid-fire pace of the laughs in Arthur. 10 laughs a page, he said, instead of one laugh every 10 pages. Though Moore is the star here, many of the best lines go to John Gielgud playing Hobson, Arthur's cynical, acerbic, and intensely loyal butler. Gielgud won the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, the sole Oscar of his magnificent career. More on Gielgud after the picture. Arthur also won for Best Original Song, written by Burt Bacharach, Carol Bayer Sager, Christopher Cross, and Liza Minnelli's ex-husband Peter Allen. Arthur's theme, Best That You Can Do, is a yacht rock banger performed by Cross. It is a reminder that if you get caught, metaphorically, between the moon and New York City, the best that you can do is fall in love. I don't know what that means either. From 1981, Arthur. John Gielgud is rightly revered as one of the greatest actors of the English stage. He performed across 7 decades. Gielgud made his debut on the stage in 1922. Then, 72 years later, in 1994, he was still performing in the radio production of plays for the BBC, which he'd been doing since the late 1920s. Gielgud played a key role in helping revitalize interest in Shakespeare in what became a new golden age of classical theater. His first Oscar nomination came for his supporting performance in the 1964 movie adaptation of Beckett, co-starring Richard Burton and Peter O'Toole. That John Gielgud's only Oscar win was for the comedy Arthur feels a bit counterintuitive, but man, was he great in the picture. Writer-director Steve Gordon initially considered Alec Guinness and David Niven for the butler role, but Dudley Moore suggested Gielgud. I told Steve Gordon that Gielgud was wonderful at comedy, said Moore, having seen him in English plays. Steve Gordon couldn't find any filmed examples of Gielgud being funny. Nevertheless, he offered Gielgud the part. Of course, the actor said no. I thought it was rather smutty and a vulgar little film, so I refused it, said Gielgud. This is my John Gielgud, by the way. But each time they asked me, they doubled my salary, so naturally I became reconciled to do it. Producer Charles Jaffe said Gielgud never quite got the jokes. According to co-star Liza Minnelli, Gielgud would deliver a line and then he'd turn to her and Dudley Moore and ask if what he just said was funny. Now, I believe that happened because Moore and Minnelli didn't make it up, but there's no way John Gielgud didn't know he was funny. He was too good an actor not to know. Coming up, Dustin Hoffman demonstrates how to properly cross a New York street. From 1969, Midnight Cowboy is next on Turner Classic Movies.
Next on TCM, Midnight Cowboy, then Clute, and later, Romeo and Juliet. We tip our Capulet to Oscar tonight.